Hello everyone and welcome to Rajput, Jain and Associate. Today in this video we will discuss about branch office registration in India and its compliances. So first of all, it is important to know what is a branch office. A branch office is basically an office or a business set up in India which carries on the same activity or the business that their head office or the holding company undertakes in their home country. So basically they are just the replica of their parent company but work in a different country. So how a foreign company can freely operate in India? A foreign company can freely operate in India by registering a branch, by obtaining prior approval of RBI through AD category 1 banks and further registration of the foreign company with the ROC. Such a branch office is treated as a foreign entity and shall be subject to a tax of 40%. So next we come on to the important conditions required for setting up a branch office in India. First of all is the net worth requirement. The foreign parent company must have a profitable track record for a continuous period of 5 years. Along with it, they must have a net worth of more than $1 lakh and the same is to be supported by the financial statements. Second one is profit remittance allowance. The profits of the branch office are freely allowed to be remitted from India to its parent company after the payment of applicable taxes in India and the audit of books of accounts. Next one is the name of branch office. The name of the branch office must be the same as that of the foreign parent company, and for each new office of such a branch, a fresh approval is required from RBI. Last one is the taxation in India. The income tax on the profits of the branch office is subject to 40% rate and plus there would be applicable surcharge and cess. GST is also applicable in case of supply of goods and services. Next we come to the preparation and documentation for registration of branch office. So first one is checking the eligibility for setting up a branch office in India. So the establishment of place of business in India for a foreign company is governed by the Foreign Exchange Management Regulation 2016. For the purpose of setting up a branch office, the most important qualifications are, first of all, the net worth of the foreign head company must be more than $1 lakh in a previous financial year. And also, the applicant company should have a profitable track record for a continuous period of 5 years. Next comes the checking of basic documentation. The documentation plays a crucial role in smoothing the process of application for setting up of a branch office. After this comes the drafting of government forms and documents. Once we receive the complete set of basic documents, we shall draft the following documents for signature by the applicant company and the authorized signatory. So the documents are, first of all, the board resolution passed by the foreign company approving the opening of the branch office in India. Next one is the declaration from the applicant on FDI eligibility and source of fund. Then comes the declaration about the nature of the activity, the location of the proposed branch office and the location of the activity of the applicant company. After that comes the filing of the form FNC and lastly the letter of comfort from the holding company. Now next we move on to the legalization of documents. All the documents which are originating from a foreign country or which is signed or executed in a foreign country shall be legalized through the Indian Embassy or be apostille as per the Hague Convention. Now let's talk about the documents required for forming a branch office in India. Firstly, a certificate of incorporation or the business license of the parent company would be required. Next, the charter document which is issued to the foreign company by the foreign government. Then comes the memorandum of association and the article of association as per the applicable company law. After that comes a declaration from the foreign corporation which is the parent company that the parent company shall meet any shortfall in meeting the expenses of branch office. Next comes the 5-year historical financial statement of the parent company which is duly audited and attested by its auditors. Next comes a certificate from the auditor of the parent company proving or showing the net worth of the parent company being more than $1 lakh. Then comes the identity and the address proof of the authorized person for doing compliances for the branch office in India. After that comes the proof of the place of business operation where the branch office will be registered. Then a no objection certificate be received from the owner of the premises where the registered office of the branch office will be placed. In case the documents are in foreign language, then the same are to be translated in the English language through a credited translator. All the documents having the foreign origin shall be apostilled by the Indian Embassy High Commission. Now, having discussed about the documents required for forming a branch office in India, we now come on to the process as well as the timeline for branch office registration in India. So, the first step is the application for digital signature for the authorized signatory. A digital signature is the equivalent of physical or a paper signature under the Information Technology Act. As per new process, all applications to the Registrar of Companies are filed in digital format, which is needed to be authenticated by the digital signature of the proposed shareholder, directors or the authorized signatories. The filing process starts with the issue of digital signature for all the promoters. Second step is filing of application with the RBI through AD category bank. The application for registration of a branch office of a foreign company is filed in the prescribed form FNC with the RBI through the authorized dealer bank. The AD bank plays a crucial role as all the communication to the RBI are routed through them only. The permission once granted remain valid for 6 months and the applicant can apply for the extension of the same as well. Next step is the verification of the KYC from the banker of parent company. Once the form FNC is filed with the AD bank, a request for verification of document is sent to the banker of the foreign company. This process is also known as the SWIFT-based verification. After receipt of confirmation of the documents from the foreign banker, the next process of approval is proceeded with. The RBI or the AD bank may seek clarification or any additional documents from the same. After this comes the approval of RBI for the branch office registration in India. There is a specific policy of approving the establishment of a branch office by the AD banker itself, and the cases where automatic route is not available, the same is forwarded for the prior approval of RBI. Next step is the registration of branch office with the Registrar of Companies. After the approval of the RBI for the establishment of the branch office, an application for the registration of branch office of the foreign company is filed in form FC1 within 30 days from the receipt of approval. Apart from this, where there are Indian directors, the same shall hold a DIN number and the authorized signatory shall have a digital signature for e-filing statutory forms with the ROC for their approval. After this, there is a requirement of PAN card, tax deduction number and bank account number. So the Income Tax Department allots a unique 10-digit alphanumeric number as a PAN or a permanent account number. Also, to comply with the TDS provisions, every taxpayer needs to obtain a tax deduction account number. These identification numbers are essential for compliance with the tax rules. The bank account of the branch office can be opened after allotment of PAN number by the Income Tax Department. Then comes the registration with the state police. Finally, the branch office need to register themselves with the state police. For this, an application along with the RBI approval and KYC of all the authorized person in India as well as in the foreign company shall be submitted with the police superintendent. And the last step is GST registration and obtainment of import-export code. By this time, the branch office must have opened a bank account and would now require a copy of the checkbook for making application for GST registration as well as for obtaining the import-export code for the branch office. So this was all about branch office incorporation and compliances. For any queries regarding the same, contact Rajput, Jain and Associates. Thank you.